Hello, everyone, and welcome to my project based quest. My name is Justin Phillip, and it is based on strength versus cardio, the great debate as to which form of exercise is most beneficial to reaching your personal fitness goal. What I want to be doing for my students in this project is I want them to be divided into groups of four, obviously, and they will then discuss which form of exercise they feel is the best. And then, based off of that, at the very end, what I'm going to do is I want to divide the class into two parts, a strength side and a cardio side. And I want all the students to participate in this and create a big debate between the class and see which side can make their arguments as far as why they feel like theirs is the better form of exercise to train for. So we'll get right into it. For the introduction page, the driving question: strength versus cardio. Which aspect of training is more beneficial to the fitness goal you would like to accomplish? That's what I have here as my driving question, and then below that explains a little bit about why they feel uh, that part of exercise will be the most efficient in reaching their fitness goal. For the next part, move on to the task page. What they're going to be doing next is it's basically going to explain exactly what they need to do throughout the entire project. So what I want them to do is research a lot of research their training aspect using articles, pictures, and videos that'll help strengthen their case. Anything they can find that'll help prove their point as to why they feel like their form of exercise is better than the other. I want them to be able to put that down. And then for the actual presentation part, I really want them to use either PowerPoint or Prezi or any other presentation tool that they can find. Anything that's very tech savvy and technology based in order to make that presentation as well. For the next part on the process page, I have everything down in steps, as in 4 steps in details as far as what I expect from them and what they need to do in order to complete this project. So for the first part, they must first answer the question: strength or cardio? Which side of the spectrum are they on? Once they do that, they'll go ahead and get into groups of four. That's what it says here in step two. And then once they have that group of four, I really want them to get together and have a discussion with their group and brainstorm why they feel that that exercise is the best. After that, in step three, after they're finished brainstorming, I want each group member to then have a designated role as to what they're going to be doing. I'll go ahead and show you the roles in the next page. For step four, every group is required to have and use Google Docs during the entire project portion. That's from the beginning to the very end, and I actually want them to turn this paper in. So for the reason why I want them to use Google Docs is I want to eliminate, notepads, notebooks, tablets, anything like that to write down notes so that they don't forget. And I really want them to be able to refer back to the Google Docs if there's any questions for the group, and kind of also to see their thought process. Moving on to the next portion is going to be the roles. It's actually it's going to stay on the process page. So for the links tab, what I have here is a few different things that they can go ahead and look at just as a reference tool to get them started. What I did was I introduced them in. If they click on this video, it just gives them a brief, uh, some brief information as far as cardio or weightlifting, and a couple quick facts. That way, it can just kind of help them brainstorm a little bit. Scrolling down here, I have 9 different links that they can go to for reference to help get them started. I obviously want them to do some different pages and find more information than this, but this will help kind of lead them in the right direction as far as what they need to do next. For the materials section, I have here, it's just going to be some basic handout of written instructions for every group member, different graphic organizers, poster board, and also writing utensils. For the roles section, I assembled them a little bit differently. So for the roles, it's going to be a coach, the assembler, the spotter, and the technician. So I did that as a that way it can be more into the fitness training. So the coach is basically the leader of the group, the person who's going to be making the decisions, putting everything together, making sure that everything gets turned in on time. They're the one that's going to be kind of directing everything. The assembler is also or otherwise known as the organizer. They're going to make sure that the entire project is put together in the correct order that it should be to be presented. The spotter is the one in charge of doing all of the editing and proofreading of the project, looking for any grammatical errors, making sure that nothing's overstated or understated, and that they have all the information that they need in order to make sure that their project looks good. The technician is exactly that. He's the one, or he or she is going to be the one to show everybody how the presentation is, and how they can make it their own. And also, I really want them to use a lot more technology rather than just basic skills. So whatever they could do to separate themselves from the next group. So for the evaluation page, I have here the rubric in which they're going to be graded. They're going to be graded on creativity, organization, teamwork, grammar, content. Those are the aspects that I'm looking for as far as their grade is concerned. Next, on the teacher page, what I have is my California state standards, and what I'm looking for in this project and what I want the students to actually learn about. So that's for the teacher page. You see here, I have my three standards that I'm going to be using for this particular project. And then the last page is my conclusion. The conclusion, I went ahead and I put down this little video. That way, the students can kind of get a little bit more tips as far as which form of exercise might be best. A couple of quick health tips, everything to point them in the right direction, and show them exactly what I'm looking for. That's my project-based quest. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for listening.